Hello everyone, welcome to Lumina Classroom. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in zoology. What is levels of organization? Describe the different types of levels of organization. This is an important long answer as well as short answer. So while studying this topic, don't just memorize the name, you need to understand how the body organization becomes progressively more complex. So let's understand it by step by step. What do you mean by levels of organization? Levels of organization refer to the increasing complexity in the structural arrangement of living organisms. In simple words, as we move from simpler organisms to more complex organisms, there is an increase in cellular specialization, division of labor, structural complexity, and functional coordination. So, the basic idea is protoplasmic level, cellular level, tissue level, organ system level. This sequence shows us how biological organization becomes progressively more complex. Now let's understand each level one by one. The first level is the protoplasmic level of organization. Here, the body is represented essentially by a single mass of protoplasm. Since the organism is unicellular, the same cell or protoplasm has to perform all the essential life activities. For example, nutrition, respiration, excretion, movement, and reproduction are all carried out within that single cell. There is no division of the body into tissues or organs. So, there is also no true tissue or organ differentiation. A good example is amoeba. Cellular level. The second level is the cellular level of organization. The body is composed of a large number of cells. These cells are associated with one another when there is some degree of division of labor. What do we mean by division of labor? It simply means that different cells may perform different functions. However, these cells do not yet form true tissues and organs, so at this level, cells are present, some specialization occurs, but true tissues and organs are absent. A typical example is porifera, such as Sycon or Spongilla. Tissue level of organization. Now we see another important step toward complexity. At this level, similar cells become organized into tissues. Cells organize into tissues. These tissues are specialized to perform particular functions. So instead of simply having individual cells performing different functions, we now have group of cells working together as a unit. The very first example is cnidarians, such as Hydra. They compose true tissues. The fourth level is the organ level of organization. This is a further increase in complexity. Here, different types of tissues combine together to form organ. Each organ performs a specific function. For example, different tissues can work together to form structures that perform functions such as digestion or excretion. Common example is platyhelminths, such as Planaria. We come to the organ system level of organization. This is a still higher level of structural and functional complexity. At this level, several organs work together to form an organ system. Different organ systems also include with one another to perform complex life processes. For example, we have digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system, reproductive system, and excretory system. Each system has its own functions, but all the systems work together to maintain the life of the organism. A good example is the earthworm. where different organs are organized into systems. This level is well developed in higher animals beginning from groups such as Annelida onward. There are examples such as earthworm, cockroach, and humans.